Zelda may include dynamic weather, multiple dungeons, not many like big dungeons, but a ton of tiny little dungeons, and
I'm angry about this story.
and not only that, but the theme will probably be fantasy versus technology.
Yes.
Game Explain has revealed that some new dungeons have surfaced there's some new rumors that have surfaced regarding the new Zelda game that is coming to the Wii U and NX next year, probably March 2017, which was also posted by the Examiner. Zelda NX/Wii U will have 4 main dungeons, along with more than 100 mini dungeons for the player to explore. The theme the game may focus on is technology versus fantasy. Finally, the game will have dynamic weather. Basically, a 2017 game. The standard of an open world 2017 game.
Yeah.
Huge for Zelda. If they were to announce, hey, by the way, Watch Dogs 2 may have dynamic weather, and there may be multiple areas to go and collect things, we'd be like, duh. But for Zelda, definitely. It's a pretty big deal. And I think I was listening to Game Explain discuss this, and Derek Bittner, Mr. I haven't got around to playing that yet. No, I've tweeted back at him with this. He laughed. He agreed. He was like, yeah, I don't get much time to play games and stuff. But every discussion they have on Game Explain is just, Derek, have you had a chance to play that? No, I haven't had a chance to get around to play that yet. But anyway, they were discussing about it. And he had a really cool idea that maybe the mini dungeons will include keys that you can use then for the main dungeons.
Ooh.
Andre had the theory, and he believes that it's probably just going to be rupees, maybe heart pieces. I would like, though...
That'd be lame, though. Yeah, heart pieces would be better.
Heart pieces would be cool, because imagine, like, trying to beat the game where you just go to the 4 dungeons, and you never go and get any of the heart pieces. But if you explore the game, then you get stronger through the heart pieces.
I wonder if they'd make it so you need more heart pieces. Since there's 100, like, I don't know what that would add up to, and, like... mathematically,
yeah, maybe
to
like,
make it
maybe
so,
by like the final dungeon, like they
then if
you
you're like going to like I'm just running through 4 dungeons real quick and then get mini dungeons and get a new heart piece and then go through 4 more and then because there's 100, so I mean, wow, I would think that they
25
might
heart pieces or 25 hearts, not too many. Like, when you think of how many hearts you have in the top right of the Zelda or top left, like by the time you beat the game,
that's true.
Although you do get them for. Like, if you beat, like, whenever you get, like, a new object or something, it's always like,
yeah, I would think, even if they reduced it to, like, 6 or something like that.
Yeah.
It'd make it a little more challenging to... But, I don't know, I just feel like it'd be kind of lame if I go through this little mini dungeon, even though it's not a fully fledged thing, but if I just get to the end, it's like...
That being said, though, I mean, you look at a game like Skyrim,
like a little yellow rupee, I'd be like, no.
Yeah. Well, you look at a game like Skyrim, and that game is filled with tons of mini dungeons.
Yeah. And the loot is insane, though, in those. And
it depends.
I always walk out of those, like, so over-encumbered. I'm just like...
You're just step by step. And
I get all these swords and all these cloaks and stuff.
You got, like, silver goblets and stuff that you're just going to sell and smelt down and all that. Or as we talked about it way back in episode 13 of Koppai. It was literally the very first snippet that we ever did. Was how can Zelda be influenced by the West? And my main point was a game like Far Cry Primal. There's so many mini dungeons in that game where literally like you take a bow and arrow, you dip it in a torch, light it on fire, and shoot icicles to melt them to get across. And it's like, this is a Zelda game right here. Like this is puzzle solving and all that. And the way what you get at the end there is just a skill point to be added to your RPG kind of growing character development, which gives you a skill layer to unlock. So if Zelda is going the open world RPG route, then that could definitely be a reward. Or even in Zelda terms, that would be something like a heart piece or rupees to buy upgrades for your weapons, your shield, your bow and arrow, etc., etc. So I could see it being a very cool system, and if the mini dungeon design is on par, even with a game like Triforce Heroes, which is essentially just a bunch of mini dungeons with 3 friends, you know, like it's not set up in a narrative sort of way. It is minigame. Or if you look at the way they're doing things nowadays with like Mario Minis on the Move or even Zelda Picross, how Nintendo's become very, very good at doing that portable gaming.
Yeah.
Or gaming like quick little sessions because they're trying to really encourage like don't play for longer than a half hour. If they are doing, or even Captain Toad's a perfect example of these puzzle designs that are done super quick. If Nintendo is pumping in their creative power into these mini dungeons, it could be really, really cool. Where it's just like, I'm gonna sit down and play The Legend of Zelda this weekend, and there's puzzles and dungeons I still haven't discovered or played. Like that's so unheard of in a Zelda game. Like it's always like, I sit down, I have my experience, I'm done with that Zelda, until I want to go back for nostalgia purposes.
Yeah. Well, it'd make it more, I would say, like the first Zelda game, where it is such an open, like new, fresh experience of so many things. I feel almost like that tree burning, like where it's just one random tree that you have to burn, is almost like a mini dungeon in that game of a whole bunch of little secrets that they put in there. And at that time, that probably equaled like 100 mini dungeons of people finding all the little hints and secrets, and for the first time a game like this. So I could see that being the case, where it's something similar to that in like a whole 2017 modern.
And you have, I hope, because they've talked about playing Far Cry and stuff, which is a Ubisoft game. I do hope. I'm a huge fan of Ubisoft games simply for the fact of the collectibles. Like, you play an Assassin's Creed, and it's always silly, and it's always the same thing. It's kind of breaking the fourth wall by now. But it's like, go and synchronize yourself with every tip-top of the towers, and go find every pirate scroll, or go find every English document, or like a piece of the Constitution in Assassin's Creed 3. Like, the Assassin's Creed, or even Ubisoft with Watch Dogs, or etc., or Far Cry and stuff, they do a very good job at like
Ubisoft.
Yeah, that's what I said.
I always thought it was Ubisoft. Ubisoft.
It's Ubisoft.
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 Like
Ubisoft. Ubisoft. I'll be hard.
Ubisoft. Wait. When I say Ubisoft out loud, it sounds so weird.
Yeah, it's definitely Ubisoft.
Ubisoft. Ubisoft. Yeah, maybe I've always said it like that, and now I'm just like dwelling on like how is that word pronounced? And when you said Ubisoft, I was thinking just it's spelled U-B, and it's like Ubi.
Yeah, no, it's
Ubi Booby.
I mean, how many you listen to gaming podcasts all the time? How many times do you hear him say Ubisoft?
Ubisoft, and Ubisoft.
Anyway, they're Ubisoft is very, very good at like
it's
the
just
whole,
an interesting word is all.
Yeah, they're very good at like the whole collector mentality of like go out, find everything in this world. Right. And it seems like AGI
totally
Numa said, "Yeah, no, it's fine. Leave down in the comment section below how you say it. Spell out Y-O-U if you say it Ubisoft, and use O-O if you use Ubisoft, and we'll figure out what one has more votes." Like the video if you use Ubisoft, and like the video if you use Ubisoft. Dislike the video if you say like
Ubisoft.
Ubisoft, yeah, Ubisoft. Like if you say Ubisoft, get them out.
Get them out.
Get them out.
Kill their families.
No, my gosh, dang. All right. And so yeah, we have that, and I think dynamic weather. We've kind of seen that. We see that the world is living and breathing in the very few snippets that we've seen of the game, like with the boss coming around the corner and stuff. Like the game's, it's going to be alive, it's going to be breathing, it's going to be ready to go.
Indeed.
It makes me think of Ocarina of Time too. Like remember how that game like had the dynamic like day-night cycle?
Yeah.
And that was always so freaky. Like when it became nighttime and the wolves came out of the ground, I'm like, oh no! Like I was a little kid playing that game. Like when did it come out? 90 something.
95 or
95,
something?
So I would have been 2 years
96.
old, and I was just like, no!
97?
Like in the drawbridge.
Up. I think maybe Mario the 64 was 95, and
no, because I think
maybe Zelda was 97 or 98.
I think Majora's Mask is 99 or 2000. And it came out 1 year later. So, but the drawbridge goes up for like the Hyrule City and stuff, and it's just, like and you're going there, and you like run to the drawbridge, and it's going up, and like you jump, and you just can't get in. It's just no, please no, and then you try to hit them with your sword, and they just like block every sword hit because they're
but it was really creepy. It was the guys in the town,
the Re-Dead,
and then they jump on your face
and they hug you. They're just giving you a hug. They're like, "Welcome home, buddy." They're all naked.
Yeah.